finally back today, tonight. Yesterday, the editor at the New York Toilet Paper Times tweeting, Biden landing at Joint Base Andrews. Now I have chills. The chills are back. The thrills are back. Over there at Propaganda Network, Conspiracy Channel, all things leftist, socialist, MSDNC, their contributor actually compared Biden to God the Father Almighty. Far left wannabe comedian Jimmy Kimmel tweeting, congrats to our new president. We know you will do your best to make America good again. Wonder if he's going to attack Jill Biden the way he did Melania Trump. Oprah Winfrey declaring that decency and compassion have been restored. Hallelujah. Did they ever watch any news, real news? Apparently not, because they're clueless about what the reality of the Democratic Party and the rhetoric of the left is and has been. Make no mistake, the thrills, the chills, they are officially back tonight in the USA. Take a look.
Fights that are just shooting out from the Lincoln Memorial along the reflecting pool. It's like almost extensions of Joe Biden's arms embracing America. It was a moment where the new president came to town and sort of convened the country in this moment of remembrance, outstretching his arms.
President-elect Joe Biden and Vice President Harris pulled the grief and regret out of the privacy of our hearts, if just for a moment, so that we all could share it. What a beautiful step. So I'm reminded of the psalmist. He heals the brokenhearted and binds up their wounds.
What a story, though. What a great love story between Jill Biden and Joe Biden, and the way that she helped his family recover from tragedy, to bring Joe back from story.
And it's beautiful. Beauty heals. Beauty heals. There was not one part of that wasn't just medicine in the wound.
He is the better angel president. Joe Biden believes he's eternally optimistic. He's not cynical. The guy's been in Washington so long, you would think, some of us, you're here too long and you become cynical.
Maybe you at home feel like I do. You probably want to puke. Do they have any shame at all? Now, for reference, let's travel back in time 4 years ago today. Let's listen to how the media mob treated President Trump during his inauguration. Slight difference, you might notice. Take a look.
This image posted by Vox shows the 2009 inauguration of now former President Obama on the left and Trump's inauguration, where they're on the right with far fewer spectators.
He said today, America first. It was not just the racial, the Hitlerian background to it.
There were some pockets of protests, some clashes with police. More than 200 people were arrested. But the crowds for the inauguration appeared to be smaller than they were 4 years ago.
American carnage, not the medal tour, but the presidential inaugural address theme. Bang your head. A lot of Americans proverbially did that today.
He basically took the hide off everybody sitting on that platform. We're going to be unpacking this speech it'll take us the rest of the day to get around to this. I'm not quite sure I've ever heard any inauguration speech quite like this.
What does that mean anyway? I don't know. Anyway, every single day for 4+ years, that is exactly what we heard and witnessed from the mob and the media. Father, at this point, I don't think they know what they... Naturally, the vitriol, it continues to this day. Right now, by the way, even during their joyous praise of all things Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, the mob and the media found time for their favorite obsession. Never stop hating Donald Trump, ever, ever, ever. Apparently, Trump lives in their heads 24/7. Take a look.
Well, President Trump is ending his time at the White House, much like he began it, defiant, avoiding responsibility for creating chaos.
The disgraced 45th president of the United States and First Lady Melania Trump walking to Marine One.
He looks small. He just looks like a small man.
A president
who felt neither connected to that tradition nor many times to a constitution that he believed did not apply to him.
It's going to be a little pathetic, a tiny little crowd at Joint Base Andrews where he's going to say goodbye.
He's almost leaving town like an autocrat, ousted from power, heading off into exile.
Donald Trump was true to himself, not fake, not phony, and he's kind of being honest. You know what? I think go have your day, and I don't need to be here. But if you listen closely from fake news Jim Acosta, he might be onto something. He talked about President Trump in exile. Okay, Jim, whatever you wish, fake news Jim Acosta, because here's the thing. The American people get to decide who lives at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, and in 4 years they could very easily decide to bring the president back for a second term. And your hate will continue, assuming Senate Republicans, of course, are not stupid and fracture the Republican Party completely and force America First conservatives into splitting off into another party, which would be a disaster, which I don't think would happen. But he's onto something here. President Trump in exile. Fine. We'll follow Jim's lead. No matter what happens moving forward, here's our promise to you. We will always be independent. We'll be fiercely independent. We'll always do our best to bring you the truth when the mob will never do that. We're not them. We'll never be them. Over the next 4 years, we will continue to vet Joe Biden. We'll stop his radical socialist agenda anywhere and everywhere we can.